Hey, welcome to the Outer Worlds. I'm gonna start off a new game. Never played this before, so we'll check it out. So never played it. We'll play it on normal. We'll keep the defaults. Get some something going here.
Why stay earthbound when prosperity awaits you in the stars? Come to Halcyon, the only colony on the edge of the frontier, owned and operated by corporations. A trip of 10 short years will feel like mere minutes, thanks to the comfort and safety of your very own hibernation chamber. You'll wake up in a perfect society designed to maximize your productivity, with guaranteed full employment. With only a minor term of service, you will become the master of your own destiny when you go out of this world to the Halcyon colony.
Well, that's not good. He looks like a criminal, too.
Hundreds of thousands of colonists left adrift out here forever, just to keep from damaging the board's bottom line. Disgraceful.
Maybe he's not such the villain after all. Alright, so let's build our characters. We got attributes. Okay, I'm gonna play this like a typical RPG and pick a play style rather than an actual play specific. So what happens if we raise intelligence? 10 critical damage, that's handy. Again.
It says here that you solved mathematical problems just for fun.
Yeah. Okay, so they all have their little thing. I don't want to be very charming.
You've been commonly described as odious and boorish.
Yeah, that's about right.
Oh dear. Did you actually punch out your anger counselor?
Yes. Yes, I did. I can't go any higher. Perception sounds good. Bonus extra headshots, weak spot damage. That sounds impressive. Don't worry about melee damage so much. Maybe we just want to leave that at default. Okay. So let's go to the next. Got 2 skill points.
We'll put those marksmanship scores to good use.
Okay. So we want guns because this is a space game and I don't want to walk around with a sword in a space game. Bringing a knife to a gunfight, not my thing. Maybe some stealth?
You certainly know your way around a mag pick.
It's always helpful. Okay, lockpicking. Doors and containers requiring 1 mag pick to unlock are free to open. That sounds like it could be useful because I know sometimes those are hard to get a hold of. Maybe not in this game, but aptitude. No discernible aptitude. Beverage service technician. Bureaucrat. Cashier, subgrade, non-supervisory. Not really sure what we're picking here. But with our intelligence, if we were a janitor, that may maybe a little out of the realm of what we should be doing for role-playing purposes, not for the actual game. So let's pick Scientist Assistant Level 0 Class A.
I do have a lot of dirty test tubes.
Gender, male. Okay. There's a randomize. With the Joker scars. Okay, randomize really comes up with some really random crap. Well, I wouldn't say that person has the highest charisma, but I guess we could roll with it. It's quite the beard on her. Alright, so start with this guy and we'll... He's very old. Tone down the scarring a little bit. Up the dirt. I don't want any makeup. All right, Princess Leia, you're not going with that outfit. This would be the I just woke up look. There we go. That's a fair hair color. Eyebrow style. I'd like to have more than one. That's reasonable. Now he looks like Ben Affleck. Man, that would be hard to take care of. Ah, yes. The, colonial forefathers style. Was that it's like 5 o'clock shadow? Yeah, okay, I can see now it's gone. It's hard to see with the dirt. Got too much dirt. We'll just go with the dirt look. You know what? I'm pretty happy with that. We're just going to keep it. Oh, didn't know we had to pick a name. So let's call him Sirloin. This will be very popular in a colony. Alright. Looks like we've got the opportunity to use melee weapons. Guns of all kinds. Dodge stuff, block stuff, persuade things. Sneaking is viable. Hacking, lockpicking, and medical are all viable. Science is viable. Engineering is viable. And some determination. Okay, we'll figure out what the rest of this stuff means and the importance of it as we go.
Looks to be your lucky day, my friend.
They came all this way to steal one frozen corpse?
Not likely, bootlickers. Initiate skip jump.
Okay, 3 seconds. 2 seconds. 1 seconds. 0 seconds. 1 seconds. 0 seconds. 1 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 seconds Para 2. That works. This...
Structural integrity down 25%. Power levels down.
Shit.
Well, it's pretty much a fair estimation of what one would say. Are you helping me or stealing my stuff?
There you are, wondering what's going on, eh? A bit of bad news there, I'm afraid. Your colony ship was inexplicably knocked out of skip space and forced to complete its journey at sublight speeds. This means that you and every other colonist on the Hope have been in suspended animation for 70 years, give or take. Normally, reviving someone after so long leads to some quite horrifying results. It's called explosive cell death, but it's really more of a liquefaction. Something wrong? Oh, yes, well, not to worry. I've pumped your body full of a special concoction I devised to keep you from dying so horrifically. Hopefully at all, but I guess we'll see, yes? Unfortunately, I used the last of my chemical supplies saving you. I know it's a lot to ask, but I must have your help securing more if we're to save the rest of your fellow colonists.
I don't know them.
I'd see it done myself, of course, but the board has a sizable bounty on my head. Now, my ship is inoperative, but I've managed to hire a smuggler to help you out. He'll be... Oh, I see we're in position. Good luck!
Good luck. Ah! Very little exposition.
Can you hear me? Is this thing working? Ah, there you are. Now, where were we? Oh, yes, the smuggler. His name is Hawthorne, and he should be waiting for you at the landing site. He's to be your chauffeur, so to speak. Not to worry. I'm told he's a specialist. Dashing gunslinger, one-of-a-kind ship, that sort of thing. You'll like him, I'm sure. I've also outfitted you with a simple wireless monitor, so I can track your progress. I'll check in with you as soon as you land. Good luck. All the colonists are counting on you.
So where are we?
You've landed. Good. Hawthorne should be close by. What in law's name? Is that him? Oh, that idiot. I told him to plant the beacon and move away, not stand there holding it.
Ooh.
Oh well, no
Whoops.
sense in letting his ship go to waste. Hawthorne won't mind you taking his ship. Better you than the board, huh? Not sure I trusted the fellow. Might have gone after the bounty on my head. Shame about the whole squashing thing. Nasty way to go.
Yeah, it would be. How does somebody that smart get a ship? There's our quest marker, I guess. Somehow we know where his ship is already. Or at least we know where the log is. That was easy. Why is that on fire? Okay, that's toggle. Come here, dinner. Okay, we sprinted. Can't steal his stuff, though. Oh, I like the stealth through the grass. The grass actually disappears. That's quite useful. Pick that up.
You see now, you've been frozen for a while. There's bound to be unforeseen side effects.
Okay, F heals. That's pretty similar to what other games that I played in this genre have. Do it again? I can do it again.
You, come here. You've tried the best now. Now try the rest. Spacer's choice. Oh, wow, that stings. Looks like the bleeding stopped. I owe you one. Hope you don't mind me omitting this little exchange from my report. Spacer's choice doesn't like us accepting outside help. Better, thanks to you. I might have bled out on my own. Or worse, had to go begging the boss for some Adrena time. We were out on patrol. I saw a marauder camp up in the hills. Thought I could take him. Then my gun misfired. Right through my side. I mean, what are the odds of that, right?
Pretty high, I
I
guess.
scraped by with my life. Crawled in here and blocked off the exit with those canisters. Gibbering, flesh-eating, law-breaking, unemployed lunatics with guns. Some hullhead grounded their spacecraft out in the open. That's a real good way to attract marauders. See those canisters by the entrance? Marauders come sniffing around in here, and I can take them all out with a single shot. Not bad, huh?
Do I want to go shoot him? Gonna lie to him?
Yeah, okay. You look like you know your way around a gun. Got some spare ammo, not counting the bullet in my side. Here, you can have my saber too, for patching me up and all.
Great.
All Spacer's Choice weapons are now 30% less likely to malfunction. You've tried the best, now try the rest. Spacer's Choice. Yes, nailed it that time.
Yes.
The Hope? Is that some sort of fancy new drug? Are you with Auntie Cleo or something? Don't take this the wrong way or nothing, but I'm not allowed to fraternize with Cleo workers. Company policy. You hit your head or something? You're in Emerald Vale. We're a Spacer's Choice community. Edgewater's a little ways down. Prettiest place in the Vale. Be sure to stop by a provisioner's for a can of our famous salt tuna.
Not really sure about interacting with stuff.
Damn it, my ears! Oh, what just happened? Can you hear me? What in the... This...
Tactical time dilation. Due to complications stemming from you being revived after an extended hibernation, your brain processes time differently. Pressing the tactical time dilation button. Wow. I'm having trouble with that word. Slows down the world, giving you time to think as well as take action. So the Q is basically fast time. Where is this? Don't lose your head. I don't want to... Okay, E, take all. Hold down E. Okay. Telescoping staff, huh? Bunch of nanners. Fish sticks. I've made fire. Been up there. There was a bunch of marauders. I'm not seeing a bunch of marauders. Maybe there's more over here. Radar? I do have a radar. Got a mining helmet. Seems like a clumsy way to get over things. I got ammo. Or how I reload. Where'd that guy die? Rat corpses? Found you. Okay. What's this way? Nothing.
Hey! Get over here before you get yourself killed! Don't know where you came from, stranger, but you best keep your head down. There's marauders hereabouts, and worse, landing violators. Gall on that rung leech. Landing in the Vale without using an official Spacer's Choice landing pad. I'd slap him with a fine if it weren't for all these marauders shambling about. You pulling my limb? I mean, yeah, of course. Marauders. Bunch of addle-brained derelicts. I could round them up all by myself.
Yeah, well, why don't you do it?
Need a couple of winks to catch my breath. Stretch my legs, son.
Yeah. I heard it before.
Well, sometimes. Management's real good at cost-benefit analysis. But, seeing as I'm the acting manager in this situation, you know what? You're right. It's time we cross those marauders off, find whoever owns that ship, and file a full report. Then it's gonna be fucking laminated.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Bye.
I just earned a fine bonus.
Waste of company ammo.
Marauder Goon. I'll follow you guys. That's not much of a Marauder Vandal. Not much left of him there. He's kind of in pieces. What are you?
Please be informed that this vessel contains no valuable plunder.
Welcome aboard the Reliable. Unreliable.
Smile for my surveillance device, Marauder. I am tracking your every move. Back away from the navigation console in... Hello, Marauder. I am Ada, the autonomous digital astrogator of this vessel. Please be informed that I am authorized to use violent retribution against unwanted solicitors. Please return any misappropriated equipment and exit this vessel in an orderly fashion. Failure to do so will result in your immediate destruction. I detect an elevated heart rate, indicating dishonesty. Please prepare yourself for lethal deterrence. Jettison procedures initiated. Disengaging airlocks. Preparing to eject all boarding parties in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You are still here. My deception protocols have failed. I have been programmed to express disappointment.
Okay.
This vessel is the registered property of Captain Alex Hawthorne. I am incapable of accepting orders from anyone other than Captain Alex Hawthorne. I understand. I will require some time to process this information. Thank you for your patience and for your honesty. I am programmed to take orders exclusively from Captain Hawthorne. If I accept your orders, then you must be Captain Hawthorne. Do you understand? Well done, Captain Hawthorne. I see your powers of deductive reasoning remain intact. Unfortunately, our engine is currently inoperable. Our main drive suffered a critical power failure, and we were forced to make an emergency landing. The main drive's power regulator has been irreparably damaged and must be replaced.
Aw, man.
Astutely observed. However, the probability of locating a power regulator within a worker settlement falls within acceptable.
So I guess we
parameters
get
of
experience
certainty.
for using skills specific to that skill.
Are sometimes employed in the electrical networks of worker settlements. I have taken the liberty of printing you a new captain's identity cartridge. Please try not to lose it this time. This cartridge identifies you, Alex Hawthorne, as the registered proprietor and captain of the Unreliable. Do you understand? Best of luck in your search for a power regulator. Try to stay alive this time.
Okay. Ah, level 2. Got some skills and perks. Been promoted. Level up. Congratulations, you've gained enough experience to go up a level. Open your character ledger to advance your character. Skill improvements. Every time you level up, you earn skill points to spend improving your skill. So the experience points don't have anything to do with improving the skill. Got it. $10 points. Wow. Okay, that's better than when I started. Perks, huh? I get to pick a perk. Health. Vendor prices. Damage when alone in a party. How are you alone in a party? Fast travel when encumbered. That could be handy. Armor durability loss. That might be useful. Don't want guns breaking and stuff, and armor breaking. But right off the bat, we're going to grab that base health. Now let's get some. Apply. Undo after confirmation. Yeah. Go ahead. Skills. So we're ranged, so we need more ranged. Use more dialogue, more stealth. I'm going to get out of 20. I want to get them so they get the benefits of being novice with it, I guess. Tech. Science. Okay, we can improve weapons now. That's awesome. Engineering. Field repair weapons and armor and inventory. Ah, okay. That's a good thing. Leadership. Order your companions to do special attacks. Put a point into that every level. Stealth is good. That's not helpful. I don't really want to lie. Not this time. Defense. Defense ranged. More range. Damage would be important. So now we can use TTD location hit effects, and we can do that for all sorts of guns. Good. Go with that. Hitting enemies in different locations during TTD maims or cripples these body parts. Try different locations to see different effects. Hits to the chest produce different effects when using different weapons. Awesome. Anything left on this ship I should see? I don't know. It's telling me to leave, but I don't know. Kind of want to see my ship.
Due to catastrophic power failure, all doors will remain on security lockdown.
Okay, not much to see on the
These are
ship.
the crew's quarters. Alex preferred to travel alone, but he always had me.
Yes, I do, Ada. I always have you. Got some cooking stuff. Fridge. Gourmet salt tuna fillets. Mmm. Wonderful. Alright, I gotta go to town. Look, wood. Oh, I guess they're not. That's awfully
If your
sparky.
equipment is in need of repair or modification, the Crux 2000 workbench is at your disposal, Captain.
Ah, workbench. Okay.
These surveillance devices allow me to monitor you constantly. Please ignore them.
Okay, I will ignore them.
Say, this wouldn't happen to be your ship, would it? Because you sure walked in it like it was your ship. And if this ship is yours, well, mister, you owe Spacer's Choice a hefty fine. I'm afraid we gotta dock your pay.
Do you take down payments in wanton violence?
I'll waive your fee since you helped us with those marauders. If you're looking for work, talk to the constable down at Edgewater. She's got a bounty on marauders.
Oh,
Edgewater's
cool.
not too far. Just follow the road east of here, over past the cemetery. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to inspect the crime scene before I make my report.
Can I talk to the private? Can.
Not just anyone is chosen to enforce landing regulations, you know? I had to fill out 4 whole forms.
4 whole forms. Weird thing to be on the bottom of a ship. Oh, town's over there. 300 meters away. Or reload my gun? It does. Awesome. You are a marauder vandal. You are a marauder goon. Blind you, bleed you, cripple you. But you can't loot in combat. Maybe I did loot him. Guess I did. how many of these guys I'm going to have to kill on my way home back to town. Very scenic. Planet's got everything. Rocks, water. Crash, flotsam and jetsam. Everything one would want in a town. The graveyard. Epitaph pending calculation. A robot graveyard? Perhaps it is.
Whoa, hey, where'd you come from? Don't go ambling out in those hills. That's marauder territory, friend.
What you think I am? I'm a marauder.
You talk too pretty for a marauder. Most of them just grunt and yell. Ain't safe out here. You'd best head into town. Avail yourself of Edgewater's high walls and low prices.
Capitalism at its best.
I am employed by the Retirement Department of Spacer's Choice. That's fancy talk for working in the cemetery. Name's Silas. Junior in humor for the town of Edgewater.
In
We're all part of
humor.
the Spacer's Choice family. Definitely not the junior in humor, that's for sure. You've got
It's a little
business
junior
inquiries, stop by Reed
inhumery.
Thompson's office. He's up in the tower above the cannery. Head into town, follow the road. Look, you obviously ain't a worker. What's your racket? You a smuggler? Freelancer? Edgewater is a company town, board owned and operated. That includes the cemetery. None of us own our grave sites, we rent them from the company. Renting means money. Money means paperwork. Paperwork means signatures. Some of our families become a mite delinquent in paying their dues, you see? Four workers still haven't paid up. Phyllis, Conrad, Ludwig, and Martin Abernathy. He's a special case. You may want to twist his arm a little. He just is. Look, I don't want to get into it. Just make sure he pays up. Conrad's got a barbershop in town. Phyllis works at the cannery most hours. Abernathy... I ain't seen him in a few days. His domicile is near the cannery. You'll find him in town. All except Ludwig, that is. He's over by the landing pad.
Landing pad. I'll be back. What a lovely little town. Transition to Edgewater. Your loading screen tip could be here. Contact Spacer's Choice for your affordable marketing options. That's what I like to see. Capitalism. $600 points for discovering a town. Cantina? Somebody at the cantina? Cannery worker? Resident.
That said we ain't making our quotas.
Resident.
Devitt's folk hadn't abandoned us. Cannery could use those extra hands.
Nothing we can do about that.
Sure there is. We can have another 0G.
Winslow.
Never seen you here before. You a visitor? Welcome. On behalf of the Spacer's Choice family, let me welcome you to where am I again? Edgewater, jewel of the Vale. May the law bless our beloved cannery with 100 years of, what's it called? Productivity. That's the one. Yep, that's us. Productive. Oh, it's fine. I'm only on my 3rd bottle. I don't start heaving up my guts as long as I can count to 3.
That's
The
good.
company lets me imbibe as much zero-G brew as I can afford. Even gave me a discount on account of my injury. You jealous yet? Yep. Got my mid stuck in a rotor wheel. Shredded my wrist up real good. Conrad went and sewed up my hand, but I couldn't do much about the pain. Boss was real generous to me, though. Got myself a 5% discount on zero-G brew. After the 2nd bottle, the only pain I feel is emotional.
Same as everyone else.
Oh, you can say that again. The Spacer's Choice family is the only family I'll ever need.
Nope, you're nobody I need to talk to.
I've been feeling pretty low these days.
Constable. Maintenance division, huh? Pretty nifty stuff. What are you? Terminal.
Hey, you hear about Wilson?
Heard Marauders got in.
Cannery, huh? Base is Joas. Can't use that terminal. Got some elevator music. Rockin' elevator music.
The grease monkey, Argo?
I'm sorry, Mr. Thompson, sir. You asked why it's taking so long to fix. The answer's technical.
Don't apologize. Just try using small words for me.
The cans bust open in the oven because she's set to cook saltuna, which isn't what we've got. Mr. Thompson? I think there's someone here to see you.
Focus, Miss Holcomb. You and I are still talking. Let's start over. Walk me through the process. Show me where it's going awry.
Well, sure. It's, mostly on account of what we're feeding into the mechanism.
It puts food in cans. We have food, we have cans. Why won't it work like we need?
She's expecting saltuna of a certain size. We're filling the cans with, well, not fish.
That sounds ominous. Saltuna is people.
Seems we've got a guest.
You,
Really now, Parvati, I do wish you'd spoken up. I do apologize. I was given no forewarning of your arrival, or I might have welcomed you at the gates myself. I'm Reed Thompson, Outpost Administrator. I cannot help but notice you are not in uniform. Yes, so it dawns on me. Seems I allowed my excitement to run away with my wits. Been a few seasons since we've had a visitor pass through.
Only regulator we got is hooked up to the town transformer. Mr. Thompson ain't liable to be keen on dismantling it.
I beg your pardon. I am most emphatically not keen on any such thing. I can't let you have our power regulator. But I happen to know of another one. And I happen to know exactly how you may retrieve it without frying yourself in the process. There's a power regulator in the old botanical lab. It's mostly abandoned, so
Mostly.
all that power is being squandered. Go down to the geothermal plant. Reroute power from the botanical district over to us. Once their power's shut down, You can have their regulator and be along on your way. I was not entirely sure how to tell you this. The botanical labs are not legally inhabited, but there are people who live there. The people living in the botanical labs, they're deserters, former workers. I need them back at their posts. I need them to come home.
Come home, huh?
My hope is that by cutting off their power, you will convince those deserters to come back to town. Before you go to the plant, I want you to stop by the botanical lab.
Okay.
Speak to their leader, Adelaide. Tell her the power's about to go, and that it's time her band of deserters came back to town.
I'll go tell her.
My dad told me all about the plant. Taught me all he knew. I could come in useful. I mean, if that's all right with you, Mr. Thompson. Sir.
I hesitate to part ways with Miss Holcomb, but I cannot deny that she is talented and may prove useful to you. You will need an administrative passcode in order to enter the plant.
Oh,
I am
good.
trusting you with mine and trusting Miss Holcomb to guide you if you'd like.
Great! I got my wrenches and diagnosticators and hairpins and engine tape, so I'm all set.
Well, I am glad to hear that. Best of luck to you, and thank you again for your help. It is a lot to ask of a stranger, I know.
This guy reminds me of some really sleazy car salesmen I've dealt with. Yep, let's go. Are you coming? Yes, you are. Before we talk.
Hey, mister, can we talk? Sorry. You just want to get out of here. And you likely don't want to tag along like me. It's just, Mr. Thompson has his own view on matters, on account of it's his job and what all, but that's not the only side of the tale. Oh, he ain't a liar. He believes every word he says. It's just, he doesn't always get where other folk are talking from. To Mr. Thompson, a person's a gear. It does its job quiet-like. If it squeaks or stutters, it gets replaced. The deserters are decent folk. I knew some of them before they left. Miss McDevitt? Oh, gosh, no. She was a real important person. A flavorist. Made all the food taste decent. She used to work up in the big office with Mr. Thompson. Alls I know is she left after her son died. It was a real big to-do. I could hear them both yelling clear from my own place. Can't say as I know. I wasn't there. The sound carried, but not the words. If Mr. Thompson ain't of a mind to tell you his own self, you'd best ask Miss McDevitt, if you can get out to her. Life's hard here, especially for them that don't fit in so well. We're one big Spacer's Choice family, but every family's got the one the rest whisper about.
Yep.
Mr. Thompson's aiming to take away their power. They'll have no lights to see, nor heat to cook. They'll be at the mercy of marauders, or worse. I think you should talk to the town's vicar about it. Max, his name is. Thanks, mister. I just think when you gotta make a decision that'll hurt somebody, it's best to think on the right and wrong of it. That's what my dad used to say anyways.
Let's go find the vicar. See over here? Or is it the way out? That's the botanical lab. That's the vicar. I should have hovered over it. It would have told me what it was. That also goes to the botanical lab. So it looks like the church, but not seem to be the way into the church. Jump up here. Jump up here. Can't jump on the roof. Okay. Door. There's the door.
Hey there, Mary. Don't see you round here too often.
Oh, I just came to talk to the vicar is all. None of us are above confessionals. What have you...
Yes, what is it? You're an outsider. Fantastic. Vicar Maximilian de Soto at your service. Or Vicar Max if you're the sort who prefers brevity. And Ms. Holcomb as well. How rare to see you out. And with a complete stranger. Curious.
Just tagging along, Vicar de Soto. Don't mind me.
I so rarely get new people to talk to. Name your poison, anything at all. Spiritual counseling, this season's tossball predictions, the quickest way out of town.
Probably that door right around the corner.
What? I thought you would talk to him.
You wanted to speak to me, Ms. Holcomb? Every time I've tried to engage you in conversation, you look at the floor, answer in single words, and slink away. I can't imagine what would be so grave as to drive her to my mission. What has Mr. Thompson asked her to do? Depriving them of safety from the marauders and wildlife. I can see why that troubles you. Miss Holcomb has a soft heart. Always has, if you believe the talk. They rejected the order of society and live beyond the walls so thoughtfully provided by our Spacer's Choice patrons. Does that strike you as a responsible life choice? Astute. But I am here, not in the deserter camp. So that's not a variable I can account for. Assuming your goal is to save as many as possible, then you should bring everyone together. Send the power to Edgewater and convince the deserters to return to the fold. Not if things are left to stand as they are. If you don't mind a bit of unsolicited advice, be cautious on your way to the geothermal plant. It is not as safe as you might assume. One of the reasons I transferred here was to fulfill my duty in hunting down banned heretical texts. I happen to know such a book is, as we speak, tainting a collector's library in Emerald Vale. However, the collector's residence lies outside the town's walls. My retrieval efforts have been thwarted by marauders who have overrun the property. Should you fare better than me, I'd pay a handsome sum for the book. It's a handwritten journal, a faded blue cover with the name Mbakonu handwritten in the lower corner. I'll mark where I saw it on your map. Assuming you're serious?
Sure. I'm all about killing bandits.
Thank you. If you retrieve it, you can always find me here.
All right. We got our answer. Let's go talk to the people. First, we have to go to botanicals. Botanical lab. Where was the other one taking us? Geothermal plant, or was it still the botanical lab as well? Oh, it's the only option we got. So it looks like melee does more damage and punctures armor. Looks like spaceport. Landing pad. Sorts. Landing pad.
When I was little, we'd get freighters and everything.
Thank the law. I've been requisitioning backup for months. Guess the boss finally came to his senses. You ever swung a truncheon? Let me see your rifling stance. I want to make sure you're up to snuff. I told Silas I'd pay my dues if he agreed to join the resistance. Guess this means he's finally heard the calling.
We get points. Workbenches. Steel thinking cap. What? Boss ball stick. You're gonna be all moral on me, aren't you? Vending machine. Have any money? Anyway, we're outside. Let's go round. I wonder if she even has a weapon. Huh, Robbie. Companion ledger. I get perks too? Medium distance. Mixed weapons. Good enough. If I go in combat, you go in combat. Better than you just standing there. Alright. Arrow ray. Pigeon. Lovely. I guess the big mystery is, what are they putting in those cans? Rain. Pretty world. Up here. Marauder. Oh, well, that didn't take long. Okay. So there's way more marauders than I saw. I probably should have checked the... No, we're all the way back here. Probably should have checked the radar. We'll try and make another level and come back for that one. least we know where it is. Okay. Probably need to kill some more bandits and find some more things. Got, there's 3 of them. Two. All 3. There we go. Guess there were 4 of them.
Huh? You hiding? You scared? Attack! Attack!
Hunting rifle, huh? Okay. Mr. Ouch. Seriously, I mean, you're gonna get me on that because this is somebody's bandit house? I mean, you know, it could be my house. Okay, got some ammo. Ooh. Okay, getting some stuff. I don't know what the stuff does, but oh yeah. Assault rifle. Quite sure what bypass shunts do, but we got a couple of them now. Alright. I think we stole all we could steal. Up here to steal. Nope. Some more bandits. Alright, he's down. Yep. Invulnerable companions. Rebuilt mining gear. Community center. Let's finish looting first. It's not the best choice, it's Spacer's choice. Okay. Do I need to feed my... inventory? Okay, I got a hibernation suit. Gives 3 armor. Oh, I can sort by name, value, weight, armor rating. Get an advanced defensive helmet. Okay, and I can get patched low pressure helmet. Huh, okay. Consumables, inhaler. How do I recharge my inhaler? Don't know. All slotted consumables simultaneously allowing you to treat injuries and enhance your abilities. Face chaw. %200 natural health regeneration. Little guy left alive. A ring. Coming soon. No points available. Oh, okay. What's do I have medical? Medical. The second drug mixing slot. I think I need to be able to do that. Okay. Changed. 40/40. Fence. Block. No. Stealth. Another point in stealth and a point in leadership. That's what we want to do. Determination. Inhaler heals you and your components. Or your companions. Okay, so we'll throw a point in there. What am I working towards anyway? Okay. Oh, just my perks. I get a perk. I don't get a perk. Everybody's neutral. Weapons parts. Oh, okay. Shots are hacking computers. Mag picks are hacking locks. Junk. All right. Do you have a skill? Light machine gun. Why are you using that? Yeah, use the machine gun. And a melee weapon. Your melee weapon is 120. I think that's about the best you're going to get. Armor. 7. 8-7, sorry. I get you a hat. Oh, I can. 9. There you go. And you can have a hat too. No perks. Boisterous. Oh, yeah, weapons. 110. 215. That might work a little better. Okay. Not healing. Baby Yoda. Or a pigeon. Alright. So can I make it to the place without encountering anyone else? How far is it? $190 meters. Maybe. Get there this way? Yes.
Move along, stranger. We don't want any trouble. I don't know you. Whatever you're looking for, it ain't here. Move along. Answers, huh? You must be one of those philosophicals. Already got ourselves one of those.
Monty Python reference. We already have one.
Yeah, that's us. And you can tell Thompson we're doing just fine by ourselves. If you're gonna start wandering around my camp, know that I got my sights on you. Over in the hothouse, tending crop. Enough with the questions. No offense, but I've got a lot on my mind. Well, look at you, buzzing around the aether with your very own ship. Rest of us gotta make do with the ground at our feet. No, I'm sorry. That was unworthy of me. Lady named Zoe went missing some nights ago. Just up and vanished without a trace. Now I'm pacing around wondering if marauders got to her. It's not like Zoe to go wandering. Figured she might be out scavenging, but that ain't exactly her talent. Can't imagine where she's gone. Vale's a wide place. She could be anywhere. Appreciate it. Honest. I'll tell you what I can. Well, enough to know we never got on. Zoe and Stefan were close. If anybody knows the workings of her mind, he does. She was lazy and thoughtless, but she's still one of our own.
Okay.
Vex me. If she told anybody, they ain't telling me. I'd check her room, but I got yelled at for snooping once already. Little ways ago, she was always obsessing over her serial dramas. Wanted to see what the fuss was about. Well, enough to know we never got on. Zoe and Stefan were close. If anybody knows the workings of her mind, he does.
Not what I wanted to pick.
What is it?
All right. Your deserter.
If you're hungry, there's meat turning on the spit outside. If you're bearing illness, find a place to lay your head down and I'll fetch you a poultice. Whatever your troubles with Edgewater, leave them at the gates and be welcomed here. Any questions, dear? I have been called that, among other things. Green Thumb, grandmother, the strange old lady who keeps flowers. But yes, Adelaide will do just fine.
Excuse me, Miss McDevitt? Sorry, it's just... You got such pretty trees in here.
Why, thank you. You're Robert's girl, aren't you? I remember when you were but a sprout. Thomas speaks of you often. Are you staying long? You should try some of my tobaccorn tea. I brew it in an old spittoon, but it's been cleaned.
Well, now it'll have no flavor.
Reed Thompson, you here on behalf of that cold-eyed reptile? Let's hear it. What's Reed's idea of peace, then? Like everything else that comes out of Edgewater, that peace offering is canned. I and my own are living just fine out here by ourselves. He would do such a thing. The question is, why would you agree to his plans? Cannery's got a regulator. You want ship parts, you ought to rip him out of the cannery's guts and leave us be. If you're going down to the plant, you should divert power away from Edgewater and toward our end of the grid. Think about it. You'd be liberating an entire town from a lifetime of service to that odious cannery. Seems the sort of thing a hero would do.
My hero?
A hero to the people who matter. To us. To the ones who come around. To the ones you save. Reed will never understand. He has been too long inebriated on the wine of corporate culture. All he sees is productivity, output, profits.
You know, stuff that makes sense.
You bring power to Reed's town and you'll be killing us. Reed knows it. He's counting on it. Life in Edgewater grinds to a halt. The cannery shuts down, workers desert in droves, and our own little camp grows and thrives. I trust you will listen to your conscience.
Place would be a lot better without the haze around it.
He used to follow me around before he left the cannery.
Where is he? Oh, Thomas.
Oh, didn't see you there. I was just occupying myself with a little engineering. Whoa, Miss Parvati. You're, what, how are you? Hi. Hello.
Are you, are things safe out here? How are you keeping?
Great, just great. I've been trying to keep stuff running, just like you. Only I'm not so... Wait, they didn't kick you out, did they?
Oh gosh, no, I'm just along with this fella here.
Are you from town? I mean, you don't exactly look like you're from town. Never heard it phrased in such a way before. I guess we're all trying to get our ships off the ground, ain't we?
No, really. Trying to get a ship off the
I
ground.
wasn't sure if you were from town or if you were one of us. Something's been chewing at me, you see. Fact is, I've been, well, lying. To everybody here. Camp thinks I'm a mechanical genius, but I couldn't fix a busted chair. I'll take all the help I can get. I set my mind to learning the craft of the engineer, you see. I want to make something of myself. You ever heard of the Young Spacer's Guide to Mechanical Engineering? Comes in a set of 3. If I had my hands on one of those data pads, I could teach myself the ins and outs.
Those are good. My dad kept a copy with him when he was working in the cannery.
I know the old community center kept a copy. Should find another one back in town. If you could find me even one of those pads, I'd be greatly obliged.
Well, we just blew up the community center, so...
I wish I knew. I wagered the town had the full set once upon a time. Where the third's gone, I can't say. Would you? I'd be grateful.
Sure. None of these look like businesses or anything. What is that? Thermal master control. Alright, how can I heal without being able to heal? Stefan.
You hungry? We got canid ribs, canid flank, canid snout too. Something I can help you with? You mean Zoe? Yeah, we were pretty close. Not like her to go loping off. Zoe and I were gonna watch the serials, as is our custom. She never turned up. I looked around, but she was nowhere to be found. You sound like some type of corporate fixer asking all these questions. Zoe was always obsessed with this serial. Masked Marketeer. A scion of Byzantium turns to banditry and teaches his marauder companions the wisdom of free market economics. Shame she up and vanished when she did. I had a surprise lined up for her. The other day I got my hands on a genuine copy of the latest Masked Marketeer. I was gonna surprise Zoe with it, but she was gone the next day. Can't say I recall Zoe ever acting strange. Well, except for her habit of writing things down on scraps of paper. She called it journaling, but I think it's just plain odd.
Me too.
Hey, I got time. Fresh off the limb, and that includes canid meat.
Merchant skill is equal to the value of your best dialogue skill and used to negotiate prices when buying and selling to vendors. So I get a 1% discount. Those didn't do anything. Minimum of 4? No. Minimum of 1. Need that. Tech skills, that might be useful. Light ammo. Sell some of these. We're getting 6 for them. 6.3. All right. Personality attributes. Dexterity, charm, perception. Those sold for a bit. Keep those. Fish sticks. Sell all the sabers. I don't think I need them. So all the rebuilt mining gear. Mechanics overalls, huh? I'm gonna keep those. Built mining gear. Mining gear. All these light pistols. Okay. That looks open. See if we can get some health back. There we go. Where's Zoe's house? Dervish Mist. Apparently this is not Zoe's house. Got quests journal. There we go. That's Zoe's house. I'd move too if I had that thing. What are you doing in Zoe's house? So that's it then. No more Edgewater for me. No more cannery. No more jumpsuits and gloves. Yes, ma'ams. And would you like others? I know I'm writing this down for posterity's sake because I've always hated the cannery and I don't think I'll ever have to look back at this journal many years hence and tell myself, oh wow, I did hate the veil once, didn't I? Just because I get sick, everybody gets sick. Okay, I got sick and I grabbed a little too much adrenatime. Is that really a crime? I got to treat myself when I'm sick, don't I? Whatever happened to personal responsibility and surviving by one's own bootstraps? Oh, but you misappropriate one box of adrenatime and suddenly you're committing larceny. Okay. Nope, probably shouldn't have done that. Today's the day, Zoe. Today's the day you take the destiny in your own hands. I've been listening to Grace talk about the Marauder threat. Bands of wild, free-spirited bandits living in camps out in the hills, warming themselves by the light of barrel fires, probably mounted the heads of their enemies on spikes as a warning to folks like me. Living a life of comfort and ease, free of any rules, I bet they could take the whole region if they were organized. Tucking away some Adelaide's food, no got some spare cans of salt tuna. Should last me a couple weeks if I ration. Got some adrenatime too. Everybody loves adrenatime. Even Marauders, right? I got odds those Marauders will let me throw in with them if I dangle a couple syringes of adrenatime before their eyes. It's going to be great. Look out, Terra 2. Bandit Queen Zoe's origin has just begun. I'm going to have a whole gang of Marauders at my beck and call. Maybe I could even score some Rizos. Zoe.
Something I can help you with? I'll help if I can.
All right. Okay. So I am tracking her, I guess. Look at that book. We can take out that last bandit. Anything back there? Guess bandits don't respawn. Cabinets are kind of weird in this game. Ooh, bread noodles. Alright, you can go. Flywheel. I wonder what use that's going to be. Oh well, adventure game, I'll pick up anything. Shovel? Just what I needed. Lemons, consider it a free trial from your friends at Spacer's Choice. Messages. Key cards. Second floor. If they failed, I don't think you should have to pay. Riot control armor. That sounds useful. Definitely got to get in there. One guy. This one guy. Okay. Got plenty of ammo. I think we gotta go up to the second floor. Well, let's sell for some money. Door? No, this is a door. Step-up pills. That's what everybody needs. Antique saber. So we got nothing to it but to go upstairs. Oh, got the first aid room key. Music box. And the Jumanji drums tell me I got a quest done. Well, progress. Okay, first aid room. Where was the first aid room? I went this way. Then I went this way. This way. And bam. Wait, my lunch. Bones and gears don't mix. Gun baton. Totally worth visiting the med center. Alright, back in Emerald Vale. Where to next? Kind of wish it gave me like an idea of when I should. Where's this? Oh, it's over here. Oh, mines. Okay, there's no good way to do that. And there was nothing worth it going to back there. Alright, let's go up here. Turn and find Zoe. Oh, I can break in. Maybe later. Right way. Alright. Nothing. What about that creature that attacked me? Tame things don't show up, I guess. That was more bandits than I anticipated. Why are you using your sword? Nothing. Well, at least I can sell your crap for some stuff. Oop, mine. Mines are a little hard to spot on that road. Shoot one. Yep, that gets rid of them. Guess your sentry didn't do very good. Though it did take out that marauder. Oh, evicted. Can't get in a house if it's evicted. Collector's domicile. Ah, okay, so this is the collector guy. Thought you were dead. Nothing. Weapons parts. That'd be handy. There should be more corpses. Ah, there's one. Another necklace. More junk. Cannery. Free samples, huh? Wage determined by merit of your work. Got the letter today. Corporate ordered me to relocate to the Edgewater Cannery, effective immediately. It's a shame. I was really looking forward to running my own gift shop at the community center. Selling rare memorabilia, but scripture tells us that things happen for a reason. Work fortifies the spirit and all. As for my book collection, can't bear to part with it. Don't want these books moldering in some contraband lockers, so I stashed them away in a cave down by the river. I like how your helper doesn't get in your way. Get so many other games. All right. So let's put our 1 point in leadership. That'll get us up there. Need to be getting that engineering up so we can field repair weapons, because we're gonna run into some problems. I guess you have to actually have a natural score in order for the skill to unlock. Long gun, critical damage, 50%. I wonder if this is a long gun or a short gun or a handgun or heavy weapon. I don't know. Tech seems important. Determination. Inhaler heals you and your companions, but they get 30% of the healing effect. Getting those special abilities might be nice. Go with that. I got a perk. I got a perk. Combat dialogue abilities. You've unlocked a dialogue combat ability. When attacking with the correct type of target, they're automatically debilitated. Okay. What perk do I want? % XP from companion kills. Ability to unlock fast travel when encumbered. Don't need that yet. Tactical time to recharge rate. Sprint speed, carrying capacity. Let's go with the meter max. Body got a skill? Nope, no perks. Is it jumping puzzle? No, it's not. That's just another way you can go. Okay. So, books. Cave over there. Get stuck. Acer's Corona. Busy tea. That's what everybody needs, right? Simple accommodations, at least. Alright, come on. Any more of these we can raid? I don't think so. We'll come back. We gotta get to this cave. We've got plenty of ammo. What is that? I have a feeling that some kind of jumping puzzle we'll have to get some skill in to be able to do. Pretty well enclosed. But we'll get that later. I think we'll be coming back here. Already come here? Yes, I did. Okay, this is just the town. Nope, I'm still tracking that cave. Primal Ravager. Okay. Can't be too dangerous if he's stashing stuff in here. Glad you appreciate my thievery, lady. More mines. Guy hid all his contraband in here. More mines. Where's this cave go? This could be a lovely cave of death. No, just go straight through. Turn to the vicar. So I'm guessing the little yellow chest icon means that my chest armor is... Whoa! Is bad. Let's see. Inventory. Item repair. I don't quite want to repair yet. 8 armor. Just throw another one on. There. Not much point in repairing it. Okay, which way to town? It's only unusual when things aren't blowing up around here, I guess. As I was saying, where's town? Town is that way. Train? Yeah, it's a train. Alright, let's go back to town. See what the what is. Then we should collect those people's grave payments. Wow, that's still worth getting. This is open. Oh, bandits. Inside. I think they are. Yeah, they're inside. Oh, good. She automatically sneaks with me. Okay, if there's bandits like right outside the town gate, that's not good. Baser's Choice sounds like coffee. Oh, they're not bandits. They're sprats. Rat hide. I wonder if this is what's going in the tuna. Oh, dehydrated water tablets. Just add water. Well, we haven't done too much questionable stuff. Where are you? No, bit cartridge. How much is it going to cost me to get this door open? Okay. Okay, can't break those. You know how to jump? get in there. Oh well, it's probably worth it. Cigarette lighter, that could be important. Apparently it's not. Wow. The mother load there. Parts. So if I sleep there, where does my companion sleep? Do they just stare at me the whole time? Such mysteries I may never know the answers to. Ugh, that is a yucky picture. Alright, Vicar. Funny nobody has any problem with me walking around with a gun. Let's do the Vicar first. And then we'll find the book. Is this the church? Yeah, this is the church. Got me again. It's over here. Resident. Oh, you're standing now.
Any progress on that matter we discussed? Wonderful. This is fantastic. Well worth all the sacrifices I... Wait. What the fuck is this? Is this French? I can't fucking read French. It's a law-forsaken joke is what it is. French. Ha! I was so high and mighty, preaching to the yokels about following the plan, while fighting it at every turn. I've spent my life searching for the keys to unlocking the secrets of the universal equation that underlies the plan. I had hoped this book held some of those answers. I became so desperate, I even got myself assigned to this plague-ridden backwater to find the damn thing. All the time and suffering I've spent. Wasted. Bokonu, the author, had some interesting theories about man's perception of reality that I thought could be applied to our attempts to decipher the plan. Unfortunately, he was also one of the founders of the Philosophist school of thought, so the book is banned in this colony. Philosophism's a false religion that stands in contradiction to almost everything we know to be true. They believe all is chaos, in stark contrast to OSI's belief in the plan.
The
plan? But most
plan?
of the philosophist perversion of Bokonu's thoughts came more than a century after his death. Please. As if my life should have no greater meaning than proselytizing to a bunch of feeble-minded wretches. Nothing could be more excruciating than discussing the true nature of reality with people who have no interest beyond their next Aetherwave program. But that's neither here nor there. What I need to do now is to find a translator, obviously. But to do that, I'll first need to secure transport. You have a ship. Perhaps I could make myself of use to your crew. Free spiritual counseling, someone to watch your back, not to mention a grown-up in the party.
I'm 28.
Exactly. I'm pretty handy with a toss-ball stick, or any blunt instrument, really. I'm also a passable gun hand if it comes to that. I can usually talk my way out of conflict, though. Oh, I'm fairly competent at hacking computers as well.
Yeah, well, so am I. So if I pick him...
Well, understanding computers is, though I admit I took it further than most. And I was quite the 32nd back during my seminary days. Left many an opponent bleeding on the field. Of course, I'm a vicar who is dedicated to his calling. More dedicated than any other you'll find in this colony. I joined the OSI to help decipher the grand plan. But instead, I ended up the vicar in a prison due to ignorance and politics. Then I came here. Satisfied?
Yep.
Most laypeople are not aware of this, but we've not discovered any new insights into the plan for a long, long time. I had an idea that we should welcome the truth, no matter where we found it. I had the worse idea to share my thoughts with a superior. And that's the long and short of it. So, what do you think?
If I take him, do I lose her?
Fantastic. Let me get my things in order and I'll catch up with you.
Guess not.
Edgewater's gonna miss you. Folk here always had good things to say about their vicar.
Thank you, Ms. Holcomb. I'll be glad for the change of scenery and to leave this place behind. I shall see you on the ship, Captain, whenever you're ready to leave Emerald Vale.
What reputation do I have anyway? Did I hurt a reputation? Nope, everybody's neutral. Wow, okay, it is in the cannery. Yep. That's what's going in the fish. Land fish. Toilet. It would still be stealing to take something from there. All right, so up above me. And since she's an employee, I can't take anything while she's around. Is that what we're doing? Yeah, I have a feeling picking that up right now would probably be a real bad idea. I just I can. Okay. Just go up this way. I gotta find out where the people are. There are people back here. Only you. All junk. There's the person I'm looking for.
You the new worker? Whatever. Make it quick, Tenderfoot. I'm busy. Shit. Silas still on about that. Here, take the fees. I'd appreciate it if you didn't tell Reed I was late on my payment. Because they're not my fees and not my gravesite. Guy I worked with shot himself. I paid the bill. If you're not familiar with board law, you ought to be. Law requires delinquent gravesite fees to be paid by the deceased party's closest living relative, which meant me. Shame though. Eugene was a good worker. Woke up one morning and put a round through his upper story. Can't imagine why. The kid was doing all right at his desk. We all thought he was an upstanding receptionist. Just between the two of us, I'm pretty shocked his weapon didn't misfire. Spacer's Choice handguns aren't the most reliable. Eugene wasn't family. Yeah, I was the closest living person relative to his body at time of death. I'm the one who found him, you see, so I pay the fines. Suicide's a crime. The legal term is irreparable damage to company property. What Eugene did to himself was vandalism. When one of your workers commits a crime, the entire town pays for it. In other words, Edgewater would have been penalized pretty hard. Whatever Eugene was worth as an asset, we would have had to pay out of pocket to Spacer's Choice.
Wow.
Look around. Edgewater ain't exactly swimming in luxury. We can't afford to pay the body price of a suicide. All I know is Silas asked me for Eugene's gravesite fees, which means he was approved for burial, which means his papers went through, which means the town's in the clear. I'm just glad to put this whole ugly affair behind me. Eugene can rest his bones in peace, and the rest of us can get on with our own lives.
What a horrible, horrible place to work. Let's see what the other people have to say. Isn't this the way out? I get out of here. Oh, here. Okay. Over here. More of the same. Alright, well if I gotta destroy the town...
I've got some time. Oh, I'm an actuary. That means I keep tabs on a worker's living expenses. How much it costs to feed, clothe, shelter, bury, and replace your average human worker. Technically, I'm employed by the Spacer's Choice Department of Human Resources.
Don't want to have an HR incident. Better leave.
Yes, Mr. Thompson.
I'm fine, Mr. Oh, sweet merciful law. A marauder's in my domicile. There a reason you're running around outfitted like one of those monsters? Did Mr. Thompson send you to put the fear in me? Well, you tell Mr. Thompson I'll be right at my post. Tomorrow. Bright and early tomorrow. Because I'm definitely not plagued. As spry as a spring chicken. That's old Abernathy. You some sort of wandering alienist? Walking into a man's own domicile, pestering him about his mental state?
Yup.
What? No. I mean, I might be. That depends on who's asking. Silas knows, doesn't he? That's why he sent you. That's why he wants me to pay up. He knows.
He knows.
I'm dying. I'm not long for this world. The date of my expiration is fast approaching. And soon I shall be ushered through the great cannery in the skies.
Don't say that, Mr. Abernathy. You still got a couple decades in you.
I'd steer clear, Ms. Holcomb. My affliction's bound to be contagious. It's plague. Has to be. Silas knows. He knows I got one foot in my grave, and now he wants to charge me for the other one. You are? Oh, wow. First time anyone's ever told me that. I'll pay your fees. I don't want any trouble from Silas. But if you could see a way to freelancing for me, I could really use the help.
Okay.
There's a cache of anthracillin tucked away in the old community center. Powerful stuff. Stronger than what we got, anyway. I need you to break in, nab that medicine, and bring it back to me.
I was just there.
You've been there
Oh,
already?
good.
And you've been ground down into marauder meat? Let's see it. Don't keep us waiting. Sweet life-giving nostrum. The first hit's always the best. Scratched together all the bits I had around the domicile. It ain't as much as you deserve, but it's all I got.
I'm not interested in this guy. TNL makes the best gear for your friends and family. It's companion perks. Your companion is leveled up and can be granted a new perk. Oh, good. Companion perks, huh? Alright, so I get a skill point. So let's throw another thing in leadership. Doing tech. Doing stealth. Dialogue, because that's proven to be kind of handy. And the rest in ranged. %, handgun crit chance, 16. I wonder if... Yeah, it does make a difference. Each point does make a difference. Let's get that leadership up. I want special abilities. Our body. Skill. You got a perk. Base health. Threat generated. Let me get some base health there. 10% chance to extract mods in the field. Looting mods when per... Okay, okay. Good enough. What is this place?
Been eating nothing but salt tuna for a year.
Welcome to the Spacer's Choice Constabulary. We are Halcyon's leading brand in frontier justice. The office is writing up promotion. Purchase 3 criminal investigations and the 4th one's free. As a Spacer's Choice Constable, I am authorized to grant you legal authority toward apprehending wanted criminals. Know how to carry yourself in a fight? I've got bounties out for these 3 marauders. Cross them off and bring me their fingers. Just 1 per marauder, please. I'll dust off the old fingerprint roller. As long as your questions fall within the acceptable margins of curiosity. His likeness decorates many a wanted poster. Do Do you have any relevant information about this individual? You are correct. An outstanding bounty has been posted for information pertaining to the whereabouts of Phineas B. Wells.
What else we got? There's something else. I don't want to turn in Phineas.
Something to report? As long as your questions fall within the acceptable margins of curiosity. If this is a setup to a joke, you should know I've never found anything amusing in my life.
Somehow I believe
don't
that.
serve Edgewater. Edgewater and the entire region of Emerald Vale serve Spacer's Choice. Spacer's Choice is a wholly owned subsidiary of Universal Defense Logistics, which occupies a seat on the Halcyon Holdings Corporation, also known as the Board. I must admit it bothers me that you don't already know this.
Yeah, don't need to anger the law any more than I already have. Nothing in here to do.
Wish we had some better rations.
Sure eating rat. What? Where's cigarettes? Finest cigarettes in Halcyon. Even get ads and games. Wait. Still have to... I still got one more to collect. Dang it. That's kind of cool. Steal your house back, and there you go. Wonder if I ever get to meet the Moon Man. Barbershop.
Merciful law. Is that a marauder's outfit? I don't want you wandering into my shop wearing something you've lifted off a corpse. Please don't touch anything. Your hands are probably crawling with germs. Physical hygiene recapitulates moral hygiene. Cleanliness is next to lawfulness.
So my clothes impact how they talk to me. That's kind of cool.
So everyone says, until someone forgets to cough into their elbow, and then we're all dying of plague. I'm Conrad. You will report to me if your hair fails to meet Spacer's Choice aesthetic standards. You will also report to me in the event of your death, whereupon I will clean and prepare your remains for interment. Ah, gravesite fees. Silas and I had talked about this at length. I thought I'd made it clear my pecuniary situation precludes the necessary restitutions. As broke as pie crust, friend. Bitless, indigent, destitute. I simply cannot afford it. I am a blemish on the prosperity of our fair settlement. When I expire, I expect Silas to toss my body into a ditch.
Okay.
Edgewater is built on the discipline and sacrifice of its people. Say what you will about our town, but we all pull together. Tell Silas I can't afford to pay, and that I fully expect to have my medical rights revoked for this dereliction, with my apologies. Some time ago, I fell ill with the plague. By the grace of the law, and through my own hard work, I'd proven worthy of treatment. Frankly, I don't imagine I'll earn that right a second time. The barber work hasn't been profitable, you see. I've had to keep this old place running with my own savings. Not a bad idea. but I'd need some kind of collateral. My pair of lucky clippers. No, that won't do. Your idea intrigues me, but I'm afraid I don't have anything to give Silas. I'm open to suggestions. Much obliged.
Nope, you really don't have much, do you? Scientist. Spacer's Choice Guard.
What can I do for you? You know about Eugene? How? Then, you know Phyllis suggested selling off Eugene's gold teeth. I didn't approve of the idea then, and I don't approve of it now. Eugene's golden teeth were a family heirloom, representing 3 generations of poor dental hygiene. He took them to his grave.
That's useless.
That's unthinkable. Eugene's body and all rare earth minerals contained therein are solely the property of Spacer's Choice. I can't ask Silas to dig up a man's body and pry a few teeth loose from his jaw just to pay my bills. Can I?
Are you asking rhetorically? Because if you're being serious... Ugh, gross.
Desperate measures, Miss Holcomb. Desperate measures. I'm going to have to ask Silas to dig up those teeth. It's the only way I'm paying my gravesite fees. I'm sure that I have no other choice. Here you are. Gravesite papers affixed with my signature and an IOU. Eugene was not a suicide. He put a bullet in his brain, yes, but that's largely a technicality. I was the one who prepared Eugene's body for interment. I discovered symptoms of the plague on his corpse, and I discovered medicine in his pocket. Lots of medicine. Eugene overdosed on adrenatime, which is known to cause psychosis and paranoia as possible side effects. Paranoia drove him to take his own life. It's a miracle of bureaucracy. If Eugene's death were filed as a suicide, we'd all pay the price for his crime. We can all thank our lucky stars that young Eugene was hopped up on medication and suffered its predictable side effect. I included it all in my official report. I'd like to think I saved Edgewater a great deal of money. We never could have paid the fines associated with a suicide.
Alright, so there was something about medicine. Looks like you've had some training. I know a thing or two about medicine. What does this do for him?
Oh? Am I in the company of a fellow doctor?
Got some experience.
Experience was my teacher. Experience and... So, you want to be an embalmer. Brochures 1 through 5. Courtesy of the Spacer's Choice Department of Career Development. Go ahead. The plague's come at us with a vengeance this year. Lost 6 workers in as many months. I wouldn't call them good workers, mind you. If they were any good, they'd have been treated. Still, it is a shame. Fever, chills, fatigue, aching, vomiting, an excess of phlegm, a tendency towards belly aching. Company policy, friend. We don't have enough medicine to treat all of us, so we treat the best among us. Mr. Thompson's brainchild. Have you met him yet? thoughtful-looking fellow stares out of his office most hours? Edgewater has been good to me. I consider myself privileged to work here. I am never wanting for work, not since the plague started. As the good vicar says, work fortifies the spirit of a man. If you want to feel exhausted, try not having any work.
All right. I don't know if there's any more dialogue lines that would take us any further. This town is depressing.
Hey, Miss Parvati. Come for a visit? Lovely to see you about, Miss Parvati.
Things going all right, Silas?
Been keeping him careful and true, miss. Best to ask her yourself.
My dad's buried here. Silas watches over him when I can't leave the house. Oh. Well, thanks.
Something I can do for you?
It's the Eugene thing.
You run into any trouble? Reliable work from a freelancer. That's gonna take some getting used to. Yeah? Hang on, I'm doing some math in my head. 20, 30, carry the 1. All my life? Work's been real good to me. Fresh air, exercise. Only problem's the paperwork. Can't get anybody to pay their gravesite fees. Former people, yeah. Marauders been raiding my graves, you see. Hence the armed guards. Oh no. They are after the most precious loot of all. Spacer's Choice Company property. If those marauders swipe any more bodies out of my cemetery, company's gonna duck my pay. You could look at it that way, I suppose. You could look at us and say, those Edgewater saps lost near every soul to plague. But you'd be wrong. We're survivors. Loyal company folk, brave in the wilds. Every now and again, a virulent plague sweeps through our town. That's life on the frontier, I suppose. A body grows accustomed.
I guess I don't get to talk about Eugene. Alright, what's my next thing on the docket to do? Doc Maybell? Birdie Cotton? Don't sound like bandits. See if I can get that book. I'd like to have the book before I start exploring. See if I can get any more leads on where the other ones are. Looks like it's one floor up. Oops, sorry. Work fortifies the spirit. Physical illness recapitulates spiritual weakness. You get sick, come to work. Alright, let's see. Got no green. Why is there a necklace in there? How do I get out of here? Oh, here. Wage deductions? Feeling ill? Schedule a meeting with the vicar? Dang. Where's that HR lady? Birdie Cotton. Don't look like bandits, they just look like employees.
Keep your distance, friend. Sick house is no place for a traveler.
If you got rid of the rats... I don't want to go in there.
And your rations yet?
Yep. 2 whole cans of salt tuna.
Oh, general store.
Holcomb. Miss Holcomb ain't allowed in this establishment. Not since that little incident.
Oh.
Ask her if you care. I'm running a business here.
I won't touch anything while we're in here, Mr. Moreau. I promise.
Go right ahead. What, you mean Edgewater? That's a peculiar question. This a test? Am I being tested right now? It's, fine and dandy. Couldn't be happier. Wouldn't want to spend my life working anywhere else. Prettiest little town on Terra 2. You are condescending to me, and I do not care for it. I am lucky to have my work, lucky to be alive. I don't get paid for banter. Was there something you needed? Music to my ears.
Alright, what do you got for sale? Maxwell's Silver Hammer. I almost just want to buy that. Tarmac and cheese. Oh, wait. You got helmets. Riot control helmet. Armor. Standard troop helmet, huh? Cannot purchase restricted stock. Why is it restricted? All right, let's sell all the how do these. All right, let's sell all the sentry sabers, trip blades because they're worthless. I really gotta hit sell. Sentry sabers gotta go. Sorting by name. There we go. Trip blade. Shovel. What if a shovel ever comes in more handy? Might need that at some point. Plasma cutter. Plain and pure water. 99% water. What is the 1% that it's not? Oh, sugar. All right. Sort by condition? Nope, can't sort by type either. Huh. Working vending machine.
It's not the best choice, it's Spacer's choice. And before you ask, I'm all out of deluxe salt tuna. All I've got is gourmet. Go right ahead. Other than yourself, definitely the vicar. Don't get me wrong, he seems a decent man, cut from church cloth, knows his scriptures. But there's something about him that bothers me. Like he's not one of us. Sometimes I suspect he doesn't even want to be here. Amelia. Definitely Amelia Kemp. I advise against stepping foot in her drinking establishment altogether. Word is, they're gonna replace her with an auto-mechanical barkeep. She's... what's the word? Obsolete. You don't want to associate yourself with that kind of person.
Maybe I do.
Plague? I don't know anything about a plague. We are the very picture of hot-blooded physical vigor.
He isn't going to lose his facade. He's just going to keep going. All right, where's the tavern?
Another day at the cannery.
Don't go knocking your work.
You're not a big drinker, are you?
don't know you. Amelia Kim, Spacer's Choice Beverage Dispenser. I don't know what you're about, but this here's a Spacer's Choice drinking establishment. We're all loyal, hard-working company folk here. You really think so? That's kind of you. I've been trying to keep the floors clean. You got no idea how long it takes to scrub the tiles. Guess I misreckoned you. Sorry about that. I didn't mean to be curt. We just got some problems lately. I can get you a drink if you'd like. Gotta ask you to enjoy your beverage within the premises, though. Can't risk you bringing a drink over to those deserters. You understand. Traitors. The lot of them. Bunch of folks decided they were tired of working and went out into the wilds to fend for their own selves.
I don't blame
Town's
them.
already struggling to make quotas, even without that band of slackwits abandoning their posts. Bunch of lazy, shiftless rung leeches. Anyway, enough about them. What can I do for you? Coming right up.
What kind of drinks she have? Dehydrated water tablets. Water without the hydrogen or oxygen. Yeah. I'll buy that. Why not? What is that? Doesn't seem like a bad sort. What other trouble can I get into here in town? Been in the sheriff's office.
A friend of mine died a couple weeks back. Still ain't past it.
Anything down here I can get into?
Something got you down?
Nothing. Just don't want to fall sick.
General store. Alright, so we just walked in a circle. Should we report back to the town guy? Stop me from going back here? No? He's not. There's nothing back there anyway. Let's go talk to the boss again.
Yeah, huh? That's on account of how I never met her. I don't rightly know. She was in another division of the Spacer's Choice family. She worked in the Vale a few months, sorting the cannery computers. Her contract said any kids she had, expected or not, belonged to her office from the time of conception. So when I was born, I got sent here. Well, I don't know about normal. Dad said she worked under some kind of special contract. It's sensible. Dad just fixed machines. She did some kind of crazy math, high-level stuff. Better to raise me on his time than hers. He's just interested in fixing stuff. He always used to follow me around, asking me to explain what I was doing. Like a puppy, kinda.
I totally was thinking it was definitely not a wrench.
I'm just glad he's alive. That he's okay. I mean, when Mr. Thompson said he was fired, we all expected the worst. If he wants to learn about engineering, we should help him get those data pads he wants. I'd like to do that for him. You mean about the mission being too clean? There was a kind of a thing with a vending machine when I was 12. Sure, but folks got long memories around here. I've always been good with my hands, right? So I saw a lock on the machine and thought, oh, this must be how they refill it. But I had to know. So I did my thing, and next thing I know, there's a couple hundred bottles of 0G rolling out the front door and into the road. Right about then, a bunch of loaders came rolling in the gate, fresh off the Saltuna ships. And Mr. Thompson was up on the porch making a speech about how everyone would have to volunteer a third shift to get it all canned. Anyhow, you ever seen an auto loader run over a bottle of 0G? Exploded all over Mr. Thompson. One bottle after another as the loaders went by. I was just shy of working age, so Dad had to pay all the damages. Moreau's still angry at me. I can laugh about it now, but I just about puked up my guts in terror in the moment. That's the one time I ever made Mr. Thompson look a fool.
Probably not gonna be the last.
I know, but Vicker says the universe is a machine, that it runs by law. Real machines have gunked up oil, scratches, and worn bits. You can tell they've seen handling, been used by folk. The machine Vicker sees is one ain't never been run. It's not for people to live in. It's something on a museum shelf, under glass. It just comes off cold to me is all. Sorry. I know, it's none of my business. It's not like I think it a failing, mind. It's just I live right across the road. Most nights I watch folks out my window. When they come in here, they might be happy or sad. Mostly they're tired. When they leave, they're mad at themselves. Or they stumble into the alley and I listen to their hearts breaking. Maybe so, but we don't think on it that way.
If you could see your way to getting us our power back, I'd appreciate it. Go ahead. Adelaide was our only flavor specialist. We are a Saltuna canning institution. Saltuna without flavor is like a cysty pig without tumors, borderline inedible.
Ugh.
Begging your pardon, Saltuna is a staple in the diet of any self-respecting spacer. Were it up to me, friend, I'd stack our larders with Saltuna galore. No other brand of Saltuna adds as much vim or vigor to the body's humors. But, and this is something we must keep between the two of us, Saltuna is hard to come by, what with being a species indigenous to the seas of another world. Oh, we've scavenged together some organic material from the surrounding environs. Mostly organic, mostly local mushrooms. Some of which possess a texture akin to a well-boiled slab of salt tuna. The difference is all but impossible to detect to any but the prissiest of palate. Go ahead.
And the rats.
That you are not one of us may work to your advantage. Adelaide and her folk loathe the people of Edgewater, you see. I admit the fault was mine. I'm about as diplomatic as a bristling canid. I just hope Adelaide and her folk will see their way past my flaws and return to town. Scripture tells us we all have our purpose in the world. Our work shows us that purpose. We should not have to move on from it. Yes, we have lost good workers to desertion. We have lost even more to plague. But it is why we must square our shoulders and carry on. Losing Adelaide was the hardest. She was our only flavor specialist. When she walked away, I knew we were in trouble. Spacer's Choice Saltuna is renowned across the system for its quality flavors and additives. We used to sell citrus-flavored Saltuna in our day. Ever since Adelaide left, we have been reduced to selling unflavored and spearmint.
Spearmint tuna. All right.
Yeah, huh?
So I got 2 quests about the power plant. Let's go find Zoe. She's probably just delusional. All the places in the universe. Why did I get sent here? Oh. Adreno inhaler. Got it. I wonder if there's vehicles in this game. It's kind of a walking game. Is it up there or over there? Or a map? Yep, there's a map. Kind of the halfway around the round point there. We go this way. I believe I need some ammunition. Already raided that. Those red rocks are over there. I kind of wonder how far we get to explore in this game. Oh, that's a robot. Gonna have to do some work on my weapons too. Nope, can't jump up there. Thought I could get on the roof. Not with my current skill set. Oops. Spacer's Choice found a flaw in you. Flaw tutorial. During your adventures, things may happen can trigger a flaw offer. Taking the flaw is optional, but doing so provides you with a perk. Permanent concussion. I don't want to do that since I spent so much time building up my mind stats. A lot of dead people here. Got a finger.
Wow, you crossed them all off, like some sort of heroic accountant running down a list. Teach me your ways. What? You mean Adelaide's little congregation of nature-loving nobodies? I could not possibly be less interested in them. You, on the other hand, you were a sight to behold. If I had half your skills, I'd be the greatest outlaw the coast has ever seen. I'm great at clarifying. No. I insinuated myself into their company, see? And they didn't seem to mind one whit. I may have bartered them a few boxes of Adrena time, but yeah, I'm sure that's got nothing to do with it. I don't know. The vital processes that constitute the miracle of life are mysterious and unknowable. Oh, you mean around these guys? The Marauders wouldn't hurt me. They love me. I'm practically their queen. Yeah, it must be my natural charisma. I got kicked out of Edgewater on account of falling sick with plague and stealing some medicine to treat myself. I'd heard some outlaws set up camp in the botanical labs. I decided to throw in with them, seeing as I always wanted to be an outlaw myself. Instead, what do I find but a bunch of former workers camped out around a greenhouse? I couldn't just go back to the cannery, so I was stuck with them. I've got all the time in Halcyon. Why? Adelaide wants me back on garden duty or something? Thanks, but I'm not going anywhere. This is where I belong. I doubt that. Nobody in that camp really cared about me. Yeah, I suppose you're right. Also, he could carry on a conversation with these hooligans. I'll take my stuff and head on back, I suppose. Grace is going to be glaring knives at me, so I've got that to look forward to.
There we go. Turn the prisoner. You guys guarding anything? What's in here? Yep, got some ammo. Not much, but some. Ooh, frozen dinner. What? Maybe I'll find a vending machine somewhere. Seems to be a plethora of them elsewhere. Do I really need these energy cells for anything? Can't jump up there. Well, we'll keep looking around the town. There might be a vending machine somewhere around here. Alright, let's meander back to the camp. Guess we can go to the store and sell something. Not have the ability to heal anymore. Some junk. Almost there. Now we're getting really encumbered. Oh, now I can heal again. Must have healed too much. 4. Must be a limit. Alrighty. Talk to Grace.
What is it? We didn't always get along, but I'm glad to know she's safe. What happened, anyway? Zoe joined up with a band of marauders. Zoe. The same Zoe who doesn't know a barrel from a trigger. Well, I've heard stranger things. You pretty much did my job for me. Least I could do is pay you for your trouble.
That'd be nice.
Let me know if I can do something for you.
Ooh, 3,000 experience. Not. Yeah, deserters are now agreeable. Agreeable deserters. Are you the store? I think you're the store. You don't have one of those.
Zoe says she fought her way out of a marauder camp with her own bare hands. Fresh off the limb, and that includes canid meat.
Okay, sell the junk. Alright, I think we can sell some of these. This multitude of assault rifles I've been carting around. Why is that one worth so much more? Magazine size. Wait a minute. Assault rifle TNL. DPS. I don't see anything different. Got a little thing near it. Anyways. Does that mean I have it equipped or something? Alright, whatever. Sell off some of these light pistols I'm carting around too. Alright. Savers. I could sell this shovel. Alright, should go through her gear and my gear and make sure everything's up to snuff. Bolter pistol. Got 2 of them. Huh. Alright. Oh, that was what I wanted. Melee ranged. So my armor's in bad shape at 70%. Alright. Let's get... Guns at 320. Hammer's at 120. There we go. Now she's looking like somebody who could do something. Mask, got a better mask. No. Got a finger. All right. Spacer's choice is agreeable, and deserters are both agreeable. All right.
Something I can help you with?
Yeah, we're gonna sell you everything I've got in my
Fresh off the
inventory.
limb, and that includes canid meat.
Armor. Bam. Oh, I'm buying it. Urgh. Don't want to sell my ammo. Maybe that'll make me less heavy. I gotta do that myself from now on. All right.
Home is where the heart is. Marauders took that saying a little too literally.
Anything else I can do for you? I am getting old, you know. These two lamps of mine are not as bright as they once were. Or I might have seen you for what you are.
my dear. We are all visitors in a momentary universe. Our lives flicker in and out like the guttering of a flame. Here now, then gone. Me and mine are just carrying on as best we can, trying to live our lives in a way that does not feel wasted.
All right.
More of the colony felt the way you did, we'd have ourselves a proper revolution. I can't stop you from conducting your business down at the plant. I just want you to know that if you take our power away, you will have brought an end to our way of life.
All right, she just wants to talk about that. It's the way out. Where's that one guy? Ah, there he is. Can I give him the 2 of these already?
Any luck finding one of those manuals?
Oh.
No kidding. Really? Well, which one? Look at that. Building a computing machine out of Spectrum potatoes, a primer. I'm just glad it survived all these years. I appreciate you going through all that trouble. In fact, I put aside something special on the off chance that somebody'd search out those data pads for me. Well, don't keep me in suspense. Ain't that just ironical? If I'd worked a little longer back at the cannery, I might have found this myself. 2 whole data pads? Be still my beating heart. Oh, almost forgot your payment. Sure, I'd be glad to take them off your hands. What's on your mind? Couple months. This camp's my home. People you see milling about, they're my family. At least I think of them that way. I owe them my life. Would have died in the wilderness if they hadn't chanced upon me, starving and delirious.
It's like 300 meters from the town.
We all left the cannery for one reason or another. Me? I was let go, mostly on account of my incompetence. I mean, I was incompetent. I couldn't even survive on my own. Grace found me, Adelaide took me in, I've been on my feet ever since.
You weren't incompetent. You just didn't fit the cannery. Not like here. This place had a U-shaped hole and now it doesn't.
You could stay, you know. Here. I'd be happy to. I mean, we could really use. Oh, this isn't coming out right. If you want, Adelaide would make a place for you.
See what these workbenches look like. I'm not really sure if upgrading any of these. Makes a difference. Ranged weapon spread. I'm not really sure that matters on this weapon. All type to plasma damage. Interesting. I'll have to see what's useful and what's not. But I think that's going to do it for this session. I can figure out a couple things and see what I want to do. What else we got? Friendly, agreeable. Happens when I get to 100%. Vendor prices reduced. Ah, that's what. I don't know. I find any more of these just by clicking on it? Alright, I need to scrounge up some more ammo before I go take out those bandits. And I'm gonna go rest before we do anything so I could save the game and have a good start in place. Up on this hill. Another house I can't get in. What about this one? Alright, let's sleep. Put me up to full.
Something you need?
Got nothing to say. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and save this here and continue on. I wonder if I can jump across there. Can. Jump over that though. Didn't need to, I guess. Could have just come up the stairs. Alright, I'm going to stop being distracted. Pick this up again tomorrow. See where we go with it. But kind of enjoying this, figuring things out. And kind of enjoying not having any idea what impacts what, since I haven't looked up anything about this game. So, there we go. Anyway, I'll see you guys later. Thanks for watching. Take it easy.